It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Welcome to Talk with Terry on the Divas That Care Network. I am your host, Terry Wright. Each week on Talk with Terry, my guest and I will discuss a special topic that is close to their heart. Together, we will explore topics that have a huge impact on our lives. Our mission is to share the wide range of strategies my guests have developed or utilized to make a difference. Welcome to Talk with Terry. Today, my guest is Kelly McPhail. A few years ago, Kelly was an exhausted single mom with multiple chronic illnesses. Kelly didn't want her daughter to grow up with only memories of her lying in bed in pain. There had to be something to help give her better quality of life. She went on a mission and found a health and wellness program that gave her some relief. Now she's a certified health coach and she helps others live a healthier lifestyle. Welcome, Kelly. Thank you so much for being on my program.
Thanks for having me, Terry.
Yes, definitely. So what was it necessarily, Kelly, that has inspired you to help other people with their health?
Yeah. So with everything that I went through, I felt miserable and I was tired and I didn't want to live the life that I was living. And I remember how that felt. And I love people. I care about people so much. And I want to be able to help others who have similar experiences I had get some relief and just have a better quality of life than what they have right now.
Right, definitely. And so you have all of the tools and techniques to help them get on that healthier path then, correct?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
yeah, both professionally and personally, because I've been in that spot where it's just I felt horrible. I was so sick. But then as a certified health coach, I have a huge toolbox that can help people get to where they want to be physically.
Oh, definitely. And I can totally imagine how you felt, lying in bed in pain and, having your daughter see you. I mean, because at the end of the day, you are her role model. And so I'm sure, is that what really spurred you along?
Oh yeah, that was definitely, she's my biggest why that I have. But
Oh, I imagine, yes, because you want her to have a healthy lifestyle as well.
exactly. And I feel like another aspect of it is helping and encouraging other people to have a healthy lifestyle keeps me on track too.
Mm-hmm. And that's what gives you satisfaction because you're making a difference in their lives.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what necessarily is a health coach?
Yeah, so a health coach is similar to a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I basically act as a cheerleader for people who are wanting to make healthy changes in their life. So we set up goals that they want to hit. I also offer, I have to pause. Yeah, so we can set up goals for them that they would like to hit. I also offer encouragement, motivation. I'm basically a cheerleader for people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. And so I'm gonna, this is a side note, Kelly. Do you mind if we talk about what you actually experienced?
No,
okay.
we can definitely talk about that for sure.
Okay, good. Yes. Because, that's personal information and I don't want to share it so that's why I should have asked you.
Oh yeah, you have permission.
Okay, great. Thank you. So explain to me exactly what you were going through that really spurred you into finding a healthier lifestyle, Kelly?
Yeah. So the main condition that I have is called ankylosing spondylitis. And what it is a inflammatory arthritis that affects my spine and my pelvis. So left untreated, what ends up happening with people with AS is their spine actually fuses together. And luckily for me, they caught it early enough that I have treatment that will slow that process down. But before I found out, I was in incredible pain. My back always hurt, even since high school. I've had plantar fasciitis since I was 8. I was chronically tired. It just, even getting up to take a shower just took so much energy. It's not a fun condition. I also have a condition called endocrine pancreatic insufficiency. And it's basically just a fancy way of saying that my pancreas doesn't put out enough digestive enzymes when I eat proteins and fats. So what that caused was I had so much stomach discomfort because my body was just having to work so much harder to digest what I was eating because I wasn't getting the enzymes to break those foods down properly. And then I ended up just having malnutrition because my body couldn't pull those nutrients the way that it needed to.
Wow. So you went through an awful lot. And, were the medical doctors, I mean, was that helping in your journey to a healthier lifestyle?
So I went back and forth with doctors for years. It actually, from the time that I started having ankylosing spondylitis symptoms to actually getting a diagnosis was almost a decade.
Ooh.
And I went through, yeah, it was really hard to find someone who would listen and really wanted to help me and get to the bottom of it. And it was one of those things, even with the diagnosis, it was hard to find a doctor who would work with me to say, hey, I hear you. I understand you want a better quality of life and that you don't want to be addicted to pain medication. Here's what we can do for you. And luckily, I did find a doctor who is on the same page as me. She wasn't really good about telling me specifically, oh, I want you to be on this particular diet. Although I did find another doctor who kind of pushed me in the right direction to find what works for me.
Oh, that's awesome. But wow, a full decade before you were diagnosed. I'm sure that was very frustrating and confusing.
It definitely, it was rough. And unfortunately for a lot of people with AS, that's kind of the norm. That's the average of 10 years to get a diagnosis.
Wow. And are you also on a mission for raising awareness for AS?
Definitely. I know a lot of people are kind of shy about talking about their medical conditions, but I'm loud and proud about it because not very many people know about it. And I believe it's more common than what they're saying right now because it took me so long to get a diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine that a lot of people are just suffering out there because they're just not being led to the right doctor.
I can only imagine. And, if it's a very rare, I don't know if it's a disease or because some of them are autoimmune disorders and what have you. So it's very frustrating because so many people want to live a healthy, happy lifestyle. And if they can't find out, what the root cause of the problem is, that makes it more difficult. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so, like I said, you're trying to raise awareness for this, and that's what spurred you along in becoming a health coach, is to help other people live that healthy lifestyle.
Yes. And especially with some of those big kind of side symptoms that I was having, it's not just people with autoimmune, it's not just people with arthritis, even like healthy people, like especially I know most of the moms that I talk to, like they're exhausted, and it's hard to find relief from that if you're just tired no matter how much you sleep. A lot of people just don't know what to do to get some relief and get some energy back in their life.
Right, exactly. And everybody's trying. There's so many fads, the fad diets and fad
Mm-hmm.
exercise programs. I know Krav Maga and CrossFit, those are huge. But I'll be honest with you, you've got to be very careful. You have to listen to your body and do what your body is telling you. Okay, this is good or this isn't good. Because I know for me, Kelly, the older I get, the more cautious I need to be with my exercise program and my diet.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, not all diets are created equal. Like, I know a lot of people who love keto and swear by keto, but for people like me, like, I don't digest fat, and it doesn't work for my system.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to modify and tailor your exercise
Hmm.
and your diet specific for you. And so what do you specialize in, Kelly?
Yeah. So I actually offer a 30-day program for my clients called 30 Days to Healthy Living. And basically, what it entails is for 30 days, we're going to cut out um, highly acidic foods and foods that are common allergens. Basically, any food that is going to contribute to inflammation in the body. So we're talking about dairy, gluten, alcohol, um, soy is another common one that we're going to cut out for this month. And then, depending on what your personal goals are, we're either going to replace 1 or 2 meals with a healthy shake. And the nice thing about the shakes is they will fill you up. It's not, I've used other shakes where I felt, oh my gosh, like I drank this thing half an hour ago. I feel like I need a snack. These shakes are going to give you the nourishment that you need to get you to lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing that we're going to do is, you with this program, you get one-on-one coaching with me, but I also give you access to an exclusive support group. And the nice thing with the group is it's hundreds of other people going through the same program that we're going through. So you'll get my support and input, but you also get a bunch of other people who have been through it before, or they're on the same step as you. And like, it's fantastic to have that much support. You also get meal plans, a list for grocery shopping, like everything's really laid out for you.
Oh, that's awesome. And so do you incorporate exercise into your 30 days to healthy living?
So we do recommend it, but it's not necessarily in, you don't get a specific exercise plan with the program as of right now.
Okay, awesome. And so that's great because it's 30 days and they say 21 days
Mhm.
helps to create a habit. And I know in
Mhm.
the past for me, Kelly, whenever I've removed, say, French fries from my diet, which it's been a while since I've had any, but it's hard to reintroduce it into your diet because
Mm.
you can tell the impacts that it has. So like for me, like whenever I have remove something like that for such a long period of time, it upsets my tummy when,
Mm.
so that's awesome. So you're creating that habit for your clients.
Yes. And another nice thing about it is, other than those 2 meal replacement shakes, you're eating real food. And it's something that, once you decide, okay, I've met my goals, I don't need to be on the 30-day program anymore, you can translate it to just your regular life. So it's something that's really easy. It's not a diet, it's really a lifestyle.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I love it. And
Mm.
not only that, but it sounds like you're creating that community. So other people, you can get to know more people. And when you have that sense of community, you hold yourself more accountable for achieving,
Mhm.
accomplishing the 30 days. So that's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So, what have been some of your results?
Yeah. So for me personally, the first month that I went through it, I actually lost a pant size,
Wow.
which, yeah, and it's one of those things. I wasn't specifically looking for weight loss. At that point, I was just happy if I found something that didn't upset my stomach, that would give me just a little more energy. And even after that first week, I definitely noticed I wasn't dragging by 11 o'clock in the morning like it was before. So
Hmm.
it definitely, I mean, in that first week, the energy that was enough of a sell for me.
Wow. And was that just the diet itself, or was it diet and exercise combined?
So that first week, I wasn't exercising. But by the end of the month, I had enough energy where I was able to take my daughter to the park and I did start working out myself.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. I mean, because it takes, baby steps. Whenever you're
Hmm.
making a huge life change, you don't want to do it all at once because that's where you get that huge dropout rate as
Exactly.
well. So do you have milestone goals for your clients when they're going through your program?
We do. And the nice thing about it is it's personalized to the client because my goals aren't going to be the same as yours.
Hmm.
And I like to be able to sit down with my client and see, okay, what's going on with your health? What are you trying to accomplish? And I also get into a little more lifestyle goals too, because a lot of times, especially with, like, we'll just use weight loss as an example because that's usually one of the big things. A lot of times there's some emotional aspects to that. So it's just, I like to look at uh, my client's life just, from every angle and say, okay, like what can I do as your coach to help you stay accountable and not go back to these things that were making you feel like you had to make the not so great decisions with your lifestyle?
Hmm. Oh, that's awesome. So you tailor it for each individual client.
Yes.
That's awesome. And so do you have the opportunity to stay on as a client after the 30 days?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. And that's the other nice thing. So with the 30 days of healthy living, it's totally sustainable. And another thing that's nice about it is after that initial 30-day, when you first try it out, you might decide, oh, I loved the shakes and I loved the fiber, but I don't feel like I want to do the 1 week cleanse, or I don't feel like I really want the energy drink that comes with it. We can cater to you and you still get my full support even after you're done with that 30-day healthy living program.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. And so that's amazing that you're tailoring it because so many other programs, they're so strict. Like you have to do
Mhm.
this. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not going to be beneficial. And for you to be able to get out there and start helping these moms who are always tired and have that foggy brain, it sounds like it's going to help alleviate that foggy brain and give them what they've always been
Mhm.
striving towards. Because trust me, I know what it's like. I've been a mom, and sometimes you just feel like you're pouring yourself into bed at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, it's it's not for sissies, that's for sure.
So true. Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Well, Kelly, do you have a favorite quote or saying that you would like to share with the audience as a, lasting impact for today's
I
episode?
do. I do. So one of my favorite quotes is, "You're always one decision away from a totally different life." And that's an anonymous quote.
Oh,
But
I love
that's,
it.
yeah, I just I don't know, like it's always stuck out to me whenever I see it pop up on my newsfeed or on Pinterest. But for me, it's just so true, because it all it takes is that one decision and that leap of faith, and you could have a totally different mindset and then just be in a different situation.
Definitely. And talk about some inspiration, just go ahead and, take that step, because you never know where that road, may lead. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today, Kelly. I really just love your story, very inspirational. And I love what you're doing, helping other people, push through and get over, their health concerns.
Yeah, well, thank you, Terry. It was great chatting with you.
Yes, definitely. And thank you for joining me for this episode. I wish each and every one of you much love and blessings. Don't forget to tune in to next week's episode.
Well, Divas, that brings to a close another great, inspiring interview on Talk with Terry. Thank you to my amazing guest for sharing your thoughts and wisdom with our listeners. Divas, if you would like to connect with us, go to www.divasthatcare.com. Here, you will also find many amazing episodes from many wonderful and inspiring people. Don't be shy. Reach out and let me know if you have any questions or ideas. Or hey, just leave me a comment. Thank you once again for listening to Talk with Terry.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.